Hello people, today I'll be making a part 3 of the reading of my parody fanfiction. Now, I know that I'm posting this on a Sunday or a Monday if you're out of my time zone. That's because I had school, and if you think that I was just waiting to gather up the views, that's not true. Well, a little bit, but anyway, let's get on to Crossover Romance, Isn't It Love 2. Now, last time, Gumball met Steven in the neutral zone, and now we're into part 2 of the chapter. Here we go. The next day, Gumball was at Elmore Junior High with his brother/pal Darwin when he spotted a curly-haired boy sporting a pink jacket. It was Steven. "Steven, nice to see ya." Gumball finger-gunned Steven to make himself look cool. Steven just smiled awkwardly and nervously laughed. "Very funny," he replied as he turned to face his delicious meal. Gumball's face was now filled with regret. "So, what brings you here to Elmore?" the quaking cat asked. No comment. Gumball bent over a little to see that Steven's face was covered in sweat and painted in a bright shade of bright red. Maybe shouldn't have put bright there, but who cares? The hybrid wanted to say that he came to school to see Gumball, but he knew that would be too cheesy. "Oh my gosh, I almost forgot!" Steven exclaimed, breaking the very awkward mood. "Connie's meeting me outside, like right now. I gotta go." "Well, have fun with your friend." About that. Connie and I are like a thing now, so yeah." "Oh, okay, that's cool. Bye then." On to chapter 2. Now this is the down bit. I don't really like these next chapters. There's like 4 left, and they're not very good, but who cares? Let's move on. Chapter 5, The Wrong Move and the Consequences. Third person, Steven's point of view. "What the heck, Steven?" the human gem scolded himself as he walked down the steps outside the school. He knew that throughout his interactions with Gumball, the cat was blushing, and from his knowledge, he knew that blushing was a staple trope in anime to express one's feelings of love through their face. Yeah, that's really cringy. Gumball had developed some feelings toward him. Let me drink something. Nothing like a good glass of water on a Sunday. "And I friend-zoned him," Steven remorsefully thought aloud. His emotions were too much, and he could feel a glowing shade of pink spread across his cheeks. He knew that it was time to talk to someone important. Pearl! Steven screamed at the pointy-nosed gem. He had super jumped from Elmore and the neutral zone to Beach City. He had found Pearl in the diamond base that was located next to his renovated house. She was treating the hibiscuses and roses when he reached the glass dome. "Oh, hello, Steven. Why did you just scream at me?" "Oh, Steven, your face, it's..." "Yeah, I know. The pink Steven in me wants to talk." Steven cut off Pearl and then emphasized on the word talk. "Oh, we got an editor's note. I'm going to read this. Editor's note. At the time of this writing, SU Future, or Steven Universe Future, hasn't come out yet. I will not go into further detail about this whole Pink Steven debacle that'll most likely happen in the epilogue series. But for now, it is safe to assume / theorize that Pink Steven is kind of like Steven's own TKO or turbo form because he is seen in the promo to be summoned out of pure anger or distress." Yeah. Yep. That seems to be correct. Like every time you see Pink Steven come out, it's like he needs it when like he has it when there's like an intense emotion, kind of like Turbo KO from OKKO. So yeah. Anyway, what brings you here so early? You said this morning that you were going back to Elmore. Steven took a deep breath. So there's this cat named Gumball who who I met on a street last night, and I think he has feelings for me, and I kind of friendzoned him, and told him that me and Connie were a thing just because I I just wanted to get out of a super awkward situation. Now I feel super bad for him, and oh no, here comes the tears, he blurted, ending with him in tears and covering his mouth in embarrassment. Pearl looked confused, but then proceeded to look accepting of the rapid information that she was given to by a now madly distressed Steven. Sorry, my reading's a bit off today. I didn't practice. Oh well. So you now what? So you now what? Spelling error. Uh-oh. What you need is advice, she answered. The pink-faced boy nodded. Well, all I can say for now is that you're a bit in a rut, my friend. Stephen received the information that had been embedded in his brain since he was on those junior high school steps. He made a disappointed face. Okay, I'll give you something, the elegant gem said. Now first, I must ask you a question. Do you want to be in a relationship with this Gumball, whom you have just met, might I add, or Connie, whom you have known since you were 13? It was quite a tough decision for Stephen. He knew that most people would decide on staying with a companion whom they have known for quite some time over some rando who just pops up and appears to have feelings toward you, despite having little to no interactions prior. But this cat seemed special. It felt like he meant something for Stephen. But Connie, he had been in companionship with her since he was 13. Their bond could never be broken. Would he stay in the relationship that he's already in, or start anew with a totally different partner? Ooh-wee, what's happening? Third person Stephen's point of view. Also, the image is totally irrelevant. Oh my gosh. Chapter 6. The Decision and the Meeting. I choose Connie, the flustered boy announced, much to the impressive state now put on Pearl. Phew! You almost brought me into a sweat there, Pearl stated. Now, you need to converse with Gumball. Hang out with him. Take him to Beach City and introduce him to Connie. Stephen nodded. Now he thought of being with Gumball instead of Connie was at the back of his Now, the thought of being with Gumball instead of Connie was at the back of his mind. Hi, Connie. I'd like you to meet someone, Stephen quietly said, blushing a little. It was the next day, and Connie was invited to the beach house, Stephen's place of residence. Hey, Stephen, Connie exclaimed, and then turned towards the anthropomorphic cat. Who's this? Connie, this is Gumball, my friend, Stephen replied. Pleased to meet you, the cat kissed Connie's hand. The name's Gumball. I reside in the town of Elmore. Connie was surprised at this gentleman of a feline. Wow, it's really you! What's Elmore like? How did the citizens of Elmore come to exist? Is it illegal to eat the food people? Please, tell me everything! As Gumball answered all of Connie's questions, Stephen felt out of place. He mumbled, All right, I'm just going to... He bolted. Chapter 7. Out of Place. Third person Stephen's point of view. As Gumball and Connie were conversing, Stephen was at the fridge searching for some food. Just then, a long-haired gem entered Stephen's view. Hey, Stephen, she said. Hey, Amethyst, he replied, still staring into the fridge. What you up to? I'm just looking for snacks. I've got Connie and her friend over. Wait, what? Does Connie have another friend other than you? Why does nobody tell me these things? Since you know a lot about cats, what do cats eat? Stephen changed the subject, still setting his focus on the food-filled refrigerator. Man, that's a tongue twister. Chips and cat food. Amethyst, ironically, had no idea what a feline's diet was, so she just took a wild guess. But we don't have cat food. You know what? I'll go out and get some cat food, okay? Cool, thanks. Stephen closed the fridge and pulled a bag of chips from the pantry. He produced a sigh of relief, as there was no sign of that pesky and paranormal toddler Onion. Cat food? Do you even know who I am? A slightly agitated Gumball retorted. A cat? Stephen was confused. Dude, I'm a cat, but I eat normal human food. Stephen blushed. He felt silly. He also felt that he was cutting ties with the cat without him intending to. He then went back to the cupboard to retrieve another packet of chips and returned to find Connie quite emotional. Connie, what's wrong? Stephen asked his close friend. She just opened up about something, but... Oh my god, another mistake. But that's none of your business, Gumball rudely spoke, deeply offending Stephen. Look at it this way. Connie was almost Stephen's girlfriend, and for Gumball to take advantage of his newfound friendship with him, get some emotions out of Connie, and then claim to be none of your business to Stephen is just cruel. It seems like this guy, or cat to be precise, was a jerk. Stephen was now sitting on the couch, cheeks glowing pink once more and tears streaming down his face. He now knew what had happened to the cat that made him act like a jerk. Chapter 8. The Angst. Third person Connie's point of view. Gumball, why did you lash out at Stephen? Connie asked a now pissed Gumball. Well, he sort of friend-zoned me, and now he treats me like a real cat, he replied angrily. I'm trying not to shout here, but it's really hard. Okay, I'll go talk to him and see what's up, Connie announced to Gumball. Wait, is this the... Okay, we're going to do a part 4, the apology, in the next part. That'll come in like a few minutes. So, I'll go talk to him and see what's up, Connie announced to Gumball. She went downstairs and found Stephen, but his skin was completely glowing pink. What happened back there with you and the cat? He asked the pink boy. What happened was that he lashed out at me because he claimed to hate cat food. I mean, how am I supposed to know? He's a freaking cat! Pink Stephen exclaimed. Connie sat on the couch to comfort Stephen, all for him to push her away. She didn't know what to do, so she just sat there staring at her shoes. Surely you didn't mean to friend-zone him, she said. Classic Connie, always falling for lies. No, I didn't friend-zone him. He just pulled up some finger guns in an awkward moment, and I just wanted to leave. I saw what I'd done, so I went to ask Pearl for advice, and that's it. Still, Gumball doesn't have the right to be so obnoxious, Stephen replied dryly as he gradually stopped glowing. Well, some people act like they're jerks just to seem popular. Yep. Do we have time? Yeah, we do. Chapter 9. The Apology. Final chapter. I love this. I'm sorry, Stephen, but that's retarded. Third person Connie's point of view. Connie had gathered the two angry teens to the lounge room. Now, what I need you to do is talk to each other about why you hate one another, she announced. Gumball, I didn't mean to friend-zone you. Stephen began to speak, but was cut off by the depressed cat. It kind of felt like it, he spoke. Look, I can act poorly when I'm in an awkward situation. I just wanted to leave you because of those stupid finger guns. Finger guns. The two ended up apologizing and embraced each other in a warm hug. So, do you want to be friends? Gumball asked. More than friends, Stephen added. You know, all this started because of some finger guns, Connie stated. Everyone laughed. The end. We got an editor's note. It's like there. Okay. Editor's note. In my story, Gumball ends up with Stephen. I know that Connie is possibly dating Stephen, but this is my stupid fanfiction. I wanted one crack pairing in this book, so now I have one. And I'm not going to sing this. All the characters in this book are not owned by me. They are owned by Cartoon Network, a Time Warner company. So don't copyright strike me, Time Warner. Please don't. Goodbye.